Order in the virtual court. All participants, please remain on screen. We are now recording. Court is now in session. Spotlight on the judge.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Thea Limpot. If the council could please introduce themselves.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Yari Margaret Libria. Along with me is my colleague from prosecutor. This is Judy May Humawid.
Good morning, everyone. Is Miss Shanine Mahino here? Good morning, everyone. Are there any issues that the council wishes to raise? No? Thank you.
Your Honor, members of the jury, this case stands at the intersection of constitutional rights and state authority. This right were violated during a staged protest that happened on the 18th of October 2025 at Cebu City Hall by arresting student rights activist Ms. Shanine Mahino without legal justification. In this case, we intend to prove that the freedom of speech, freedom of peaceful assembly, and the protection against unreasonable arrest were stripped away from Ms. Janine Mahino. This moment, a conceived arrest was done by Mr. De La Cruz. We ask you to listen to the evidence and testimony at stake not just student liberty, but the integrity of rights we hold here.
Your Honor, members of the jury, my name is Carol Lim and I represent Mr. De La Cruz, who was condemned for doing what's right, not only for us people but for the country. When protests are done in a peaceful place, it should not disrupt public order nor put citizens at risk. But on October 18, the situation at Cebu City Hall escalated beyond a peaceful demonstration. Chaos arose, and Officer De La Cruz made a split-second decision to ensure no harm would befall the public. We ask that you keep an open mind as we present the events from the perspective of law enforcement who must act quickly to prevent danger. Thank you.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls for Ms. Shanine to the virtual stand.
Please raise your right hand on camera. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Mahino, can you describe what happened during the protest?
We were peacefully gathered in front of Cebu City Hall. We held placards, we chanted the usual protest, but there was no violence at all. And then suddenly, Officer De La Cruz approached me, grabbed my arm, and told me I was being arrested. So I was confused. So I asked him, "Sir, do you have a warrant?" And he did not respond. He just forced me toward his police vehicle.
Did you commit any crimes during the protest?
None. I was standing with other students. I wasn't harming anyone.
How did the arrest makes you feel?
Well, I felt scared and powerless because my rights were violated and I wasn't given any explanation at all. So I really felt like I was being punished for just speaking out.
Miss Mahino, you said that the protest was peaceful, right? But isn't it true that the crowd became loud and started blocking the entrance to City Hall?
We were loud but not violent, and the entrance was only blocked because many people were gathering.
Is it not possible that the situation looked chaotic from an officer's perspective?
Maybe it looked busy, but busy isn't a crime.
So, did Officer Cruz ever hurt you physically?
No, but he grabbed me tightly and forced me to move.
So, he was simply performing his duty to disperse a gathering that was alarming the public.
He did not disperse. He arrested me without cause.
Noted. No further questions.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls witness Miss Eunice, a bystander present at the protest. Can you describe what you saw?
I saw Shanine standing with her sign. There was no threat, and no violence. The police arrived suddenly, and Officer Dela Cruz walked straight to Shanine and started pulling her away. People started shouting and asking why she was being arrested.
Did the officer announce any reason for the arrest?
None. He just acted quickly like she was a criminal.
You admit that the crowd became tense when the police arrived?
Well, naturally, since someone was being taken without explanation.
So the police had reason to believe that the situation might escalate?
It only escalated because of the arrest.
No further questions. Your Honor, the defense calls Officer De La Cruz to the virtual stand. Officer, can you describe what you observed that day?
Yes, sir. When I arrived, the protest was already blocking the main entrance. People were shouting and several were pushing toward the doors. I received reports that the situation might escalate. My priority was public safety. I saw Miss Mahino leading the group at the front, and I believed detaining her would calm the crowd.
So why did you not secure a warrant first?
It all happened really fast, Your Honor. Things were getting louder and more crowded, and I had to make a quick judgment call. I know that the law allows officers to make warrantless arrests when someone is committing an offense right in front of us or when there's an urgent situation. And at that moment, I honestly believed things were about to get out of control. I wasn't trying to violate anyone's right. I acted because I thought there was an immediate threat and I needed to keep people safe.
So, did you intend to violate her rights?
No, Your Honor, I intended to prevent harm.
No further questions.
Officer, did you personally see Miss Mahino commit any crime?
She was at the front of the crowd, blocking the entrance.
Blocking an entrance is not a crime punishable by immediate arrest unless accompanied by violence. Was there any violence?
Not yet, but the situation was tense.
So threat was hypothetical. You arrested based on what might happen?
I acted to prevent escalation.
Is it not in Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution protects citizen from arrest without a warrant unless caught in act of committing an offense?
Yes, but I believed the offense was about to occur.
Belief is not a legal basis. Thank you. No further questions.
Your Honor, this is simple. No crime is committed. No warrant is presented. No lawful ground existed for the arrest of Miss Mahino. The Constitution protects freedom of speech, peaceful assembly, and protection from unreasonable arrest. Officer De La Cruz violated all three. We ask this court to uphold the rule of law.
Your Honor, Officer De La Cruz made a judgment call to prevent chaos. His actions were not malicious, they are protective. Public safety is a legitimate concern, and officers must have flexibility during potential emergencies. We ask the court to acknowledge his duty and dismiss the accusation of illegal arrest.
Thank you, counsel. After reviewing the testimonies and evidence, this court finds: first, the protest was loud but non-violent. No violence or unlawful act was committed by the accused protester. No warrant was presented, and no legally valid exception for warrantless arrest was present. Article 3, Section 2 of the Philippine Constitution provides that no person shall be arrested except by virtue of a warrant unless caught in the act of committing a crime. That condition was not met. Therefore, the court rules that the arrest of Ms. Mahino was unconstitutional, and Officer De La Cruz violated her rights. This court orders the dismissal of charges against the protester and reminds law enforcement to uphold constitutional protections at all times. The court is adjourned.
All participants may now leave the virtual courtroom. Ending recording.